It's new time and welcome to the Jessica Show. Today is Wednesday, March the 3rd, 2022. 3 nights ago, in the fallout, 3 nights ago, after this outrageous Dame moments here in the 2022 Oscars, we talk about Will Smith going outrage and was and screaming, tell Chris Rock to keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Hey, I can't believe I said that, the F word. But anyway, but who knows who it is. Now, I'm Joshua Cook. We have talked about the whole stuff went down on the Oscars was. We talk about the slap in the face and win the Oscars, win an Academy Award in 2022. And yes, it is what it is. But no, and it's very heated on the morning. We always talked about stuff like this and stuff like that, and it's not going to get any better. But there will be big consequences on Will Smith. Now, now it's now okay to slap. It's okay to cuss. It's now, but it's now okay to slap someone in the face. You lose someone in the bruise. It will come back to haunt you. It will come back to haunt you anymore. So no, you gotta move on. That's that's what you have to do. You got to move on, and sometimes it will happen. We know how time has come. Mm-hmm. It's just they do not know. Ugh, I mean, anyway, times has, but anyway, life goes on, and yes, it sure is. It sure is. But anyway, March the Joseph Career Show is on March the 3rd, 2022, and there you go. Okay, let's listen and see what's happening, folks. I mean, we don't know what the hell for sure, but anyway, we'll take a look and see what happens. But anyway, let's go to this report about Will Smith. Let's go to Will Smith. Think about what he did. Now, can Will Smith recover from the Oscar slap file? Here's what it says. Now, it looks like to be. Now, it says Will Smith has been a professional movie star for 3 decades. It says it's a job that comes with a dark draining, all consistently a low security, but Smith never really seems to buckle under the weight of the exposure on red carpets. He mugged for cameras and seems to feed off the energy of screaming fans in interviews and the late night appearances down for anything. Reveal a few interior details. Okay, maybe a little too interesting at times, while still maintaining each of the barricade or perseverance to keep his A-list status intact. In professional settings, at lunches and dinners with Oscar voters, Smith will walk the room, making eye contact, remembering names, and grabbing in shoulders and arms in shows of secretary with a French that will put seasoning publicans to shame. He was the commercial celebrity. Now, so Smith's violent outburst at Sunday's Oscars was a shock to the fans who have loved him and to the scores of studios executives, directors, producers, and headliners who had abandoned the actors for years. Well, sure, Smith could be demoted, and he has saturated the kind of lecturers when attorney confronts and defenses that comes with being a top leading man. But he was also usually gorgeous and generous with the performance, in the ability to always know when the public scales had torn him down. It had torn him. I know everything had torn Will Smith, and everybody didn't want to hear it, and everybody didn't know it, and they know it. And now, that's what made his decision to storm the stage and assault and economy Chris Rock in the middle of Hollywood's biggest night boat on controversies and deeply discriminating. Smith, after nearly a full day had gone by, off- offering up an apology to Rock, the Academy and viewers on Monday. But his actions could trust tarnish his carefully conversing and the means and impact his career. It was essentially made what should be have been one of the proudest moments of his professional life. A best actor victory for his work in King Richard. Inside the false Smith for his womanly, self-justifying, acceptable speech during which he failed to apologize to Rock directly, and for his decision to go out celebrate at high-profile events like the Veteran Fair Party. Now, it was a masterclass in celebrity entertainment, said a PR grunt who does not work with Smith. Hey, and he says it's hard to say just how much Smith stands to lose from the crisis. The actor doesn't do much in the way of endorsement deals, though he does so as an ambassador for Fitbit through his Lutia Originals docu-series, Best Shape of My Life. As an actor, he's been linked to several high-profile projects. He will headline Incompetition, a historical thriller about a runaway slave that scored a $120 million sale from Apple Original Films. The film is set to appear on the Fall Film Festival circuits. Smith is also expected to appear in Scrubber to Bright and Bad Boys. Though neither film has a shooting script led. He's also attacking to Fast and Loose, an actor thriller from Atomic Blonde director David Lynch. Smith was listed with Netflix, The Counselor, and Brockner on the drug kicking Nicky Barnes, but he will no longer appear in the project for reasons unrelated to the Oscars incident. Now, now, through the attraction were almost saturated by a topic of the conversation while he promotes social projects. Intentionally, insiders do not believe the incident will completely derail Smith's career, provided he does the necessary damage control. He's already relived said lessons in his work in front of the camera and through his multi-million company, Westbrook has has recently taken a lot of interest in producing the movies and shows. Now that he's secured an Academy Award, insider insiders suggest he may be less interested in seeking out starting vehicles. I can't see a world where filmmakers don't want to work with Will Smith, said one of the top film executives, speaking in anonymous, but he may have eliminated some of his indictments. Even though, even though most studios, executives, and insiders accept that Smith will continue to be in demand, his days are as relatable box office draw were wanting even before Slapgate at 53. Smith is past his acting hero heyday, and some of his recent efforts have flattened at the box office with the lights of focus, commentator booty, and giving man falling to engage in commerciality. He has he has had blockbuster hits. However, such as Aladdin, Suicide Squad, and Bad Boys for Life, many of which had all been part of pre-existing franchise or widely known international property. Bright and sci-fi adventure was a major streaming success for its back in Netflix. But it's fair to say that Smith's name above the title hasn't consistently guaranteed ticket sales the way once he did during the late 1990s and early August and early 80s. I don't know. Anyway, in terms of his box office success, this is the artist fundamentally known as Mr. 4th of July. He's used to be fireworks at the box office, says Jeff Bach and Miller Bach and Miller Ellis with exhibition relations. Starting with 1996 Independence Day, several of Smith's biggest blockbusters, 1997's Man in Black, 2002's Man in Black 2, and 2008's Hancock, among, among them were released in the theaters around July the 4th weekend. But Bach notes his box office decline was already happening. But Smith is more than just a movie star. Though Westbrook, the Miller Company, has he launches with his wife, Jada Pickett Smith. Smith produces hit shows such as Cobra Khan and Bel Air last fall. His goal is $60 million investment from Camden and Miller Virtual run by former Disney executive Tom Seconds and Kevin Miller. That villain, that villains, the company are just under $600 million. That means that Smith, if his remains is severely damaged, can be the less public face of the invader. Some studio executives said that Smith will likely do some kind of sit-down interview with Oprah Winfrey-like figure as a way of rehabilitating his protected personnel. Although the Smith family has its own in-house talk show, Real Table Talk, on Facebook Watch, insider believe that the actor needs to venture outside his comfort zone or risk being accused of being self-promotional. There is also a historical turmoil in Smith's past that would make for forbid in such an interview. In his 2021 model, Will Smith, Will Smith details with mentioning his father, Will Cole Smith Sr., physically abused his mother to start discussing the pain of father to interviewer on her behalf as a child. When he does re-emerge, Smith assures is set to have every word and action distress and analyzes. The Milligan forever will be proliferous slim. Will is not only going to have to be on his best behavior, he's going to have to be a saint, Bach said. That doesn't mean salvation. It's out of reach. It's out of reach. Hollywood loves nothing more than a redemption story. This may be most challenging role of his career. Hollywood may love a comeback, but Hollywood Bragman, a crisis PR expert, notes that the impact is more completely because it wasn't self-directed other celebrity scandals, such as Tom Cruise infamous couch jumping or Robert Downey Jr.'s battle with the sadistic Bruce. They result in the same kind of collateral damage. Now, people have been comparing it to Tom Cruise, but that was Tom Cruise hurting Tom Cruise. Bregman said, "This hurt other people. Now, Smith will need to show his know that he knows how to make amends." So what is Smith's going to do? Is he going to be in his best behavior? I think so. I think he will be in his best behavior, and you're absolutely right. He will be in his best behavior, and that that doesn't mean he's gonna think about it. So he probably will sit down and think about what he did 3 days ago, 3 nights ago, what he did to Chris Rock. He slapped a taste like in the face like Stephanie McMahon did in the WWE days. She slapped everybody inside that ring. So anyway, it's not okay to slap someone in the face. That's an abuse. That is definitely abuse. This is what it says before. And what might come back to haunt him is even more. But Will Smith's actions happen speak louder than words. Now, the NBA icon Kareem Abdul-Jabbar slammed Will Smith for his attack on Chris Rock during the Oscars, when the King Richard star invocated violence, dismissing women, and potentially stereotypes about the black community. In a subbat easily posted Monday, the all-time scoreless leader broke down the many ways Smith inflicted on by slapping Walk for a joke about wife J. Pickup Smith's shave head. Oh my goodness. By hitting Rock, the heel announced that his wife was incapable defending herself against Wars Abdul Jabbar. Whoa. Now, this polarizing potential attitude infantilizing women and reduced them to happiness dismissal needed a bit strong man to defend their honor less than sworn from the vapors. He is explaining. Now, the six-time NBA champion who appeared with Smith on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in 1994 said Smith served acceptable speech for his Best Actor Oscar. It was he spoke of protecting women in his movie King Richard was about justifying his violence. Apparently, so many people need Smith's protection that occasionally it gets too much and someone needs to be smacked. A Jabbar style. The winner wrote that the black community also felt Smith's blow. One of the men taking points from those supporting the systematic racism in America is catalyzing blacks as more prone to violence and less able to control their emotions. Abdul-Jabbar Smith just got comfort to the enemy by providing them with the perfect accent they were dreaming of. Now, the shocking incident unfolded when Wong was presenting the best documentary award. He cracking the Pinkett Smith that he looked forward to seeing her in G.I. Jane 2, the real G.I. Jane starring Demi Moore, who shaved her hair for the 1997 role. But Will Smith took the Ziegler personally because his wife had been suffering from hair loss caused employment in law program. He walked up to the stage and stuck Walk across the face, then yelled at him, "Keep my wife's name out of no fucking mouth." Subbats noted that Smith had apologized to Walk and called his own actions unacceptable since the reason was published. So now what's happening for us, and it's happening 3 nights ago, and what he did, and that's very, very noticeable, and when it got heated, he said that. He told Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. For real. It didn't matter. What is happening is happening. It's just for real. Did they don't even have a clue? Of course he did. They're that way. But hey, just like that, Smith shouldn't know better. He shouldn't know better. I mean, Chris Rock he's just joking, right? He just saying some jokes. He says some jokes to Will Smith's wife. It's just a joke. And if we tell some jokes to Will Smith's wife, that is okay. That's okay. And if you Will Smith, it's not okay to go on stage and slap the taste out of Chris Rock. That's not cool. Be the man. Be the man and be kind. For real. If you want to protect a woman that says something to you, I mean, no, Chris Rock is a good guy. Chris Rock had never said any bad stuff to Will Smith's wife. He never said any ugly things to Will Smith's wife. It was just a joke. And he called the G.I. Jane too. Hey, it has a management for a reason, right? But we have to move on and see what's going on. Let's just go down then. Let's just go down. We see every time we saw everything single time on those roads. I never seen anything like this. Not anymore. And Will Smith should have known better. And there are going to be suffering consequences that may come back to bite him. Although he win his uh, Oscars, he win his 2022 Oscars awards, and that's always just the best way that you ever know. People are so kind of, oh man, it's fine, man. He just slapped the taste out of Chris Rock's face. That was a funny thing I ever seen. But before that, after he sat down, he lounged at Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out of the fucking mouth. Hey, it is what it is, and that's what it's ought to be. But anyway, it doesn't kill, it doesn't matter for anything that's happening here on the world. This is 2022. Okay, this is 2022. It's all that matters. But hey, it just happened that way. It just happened that way, and that's gonna turn out. We're gonna start right there. Now, Academy accept as the Academy expects to hold emergency meeting on possibly Will Smith's punishment. Oh boy. Now you gotta take a look at this. Now, Los Angeles, there are new extraditions after Will Smith may face consequences for slapping Kanye Chris Rock at the Oscars. Now, on today, the Board of Governors for the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is set to hold an emergency meeting. It will likely decide on whether to punish Smith. Whoopi Goldberg is on the board, and she says she does not believe Smith's Oscar should be taken away from him. But on The View, that was about an hour ago, Goldberg suggests Smith does need to be punished. There are consequences. There are big consequences, she said. Now, comedy legend Jim Carrey has also weighed in. Carrey criticized the standing ovation Smith got when he accepts his Oscars just minutes after assaulting Rock. I was sickening, says Carrey. I felt like Hollywood is just spectators of massive. If we want to yell front the antennas or show disapprove or something, say something on Twitter or wherever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody because they say words. They say words. Both Kerry and Goldberg also expressed concern for Smith. The reason people got up and went over to him is because a lot of people thought, oh my God, is he having a break? Goldberg said. And Smith's wife, Jen Pickett Smith, who was the subject of Chris Rock's jokes that promoted the slap, is now breaking her silence, saying online, this is a season for healing, and I'm here for it. As for Rock, The company has left to commit it publicly. But Wednesday night, he is set to perform two shows in Boston. Now, the cheapest ticket on Soulful the overnight was priced at $720. And Pitt, a secondary market seller, tweeted on Monday, well, we sold more tickets to see Chris Rock overnight than we did in the past month combined. That's exactly what happened. But hey, it is what it is. Look, it's just a slap in the face. But he didn't have no right to do it, and Bill Smith didn't have no right to do it anyway. So what did he do? He came out on stage and went and slapped in the face, and then went to sit down, and and then allowed her keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Keep my wife's name out of your mind. That's what he said. But anyway, you just didn't know that. I mean, look, dancing in attendance in the Oscars 22 Oscar Awards, and millions watching at home looking and see what has happening and what the fuck happened. I mean, look, I mean, it's just a fucking joke. Okay? It's just a fucking joke, but you have to let it go. So you have to let it go. So anyway, for real. But anyway, no reason for real for you to say that, and no reason for them to you to say that. But take my advice. Knows everybody knows. But anyway, now can Will Smith recover? You let me know. You see what's going on. You see what happens here. I just got to be the one to know what's going to happen so far. But anyway, I mean, it's just let the let the good times roll. Okay, let the good times roll. Don't worry about the day. We'll see what happens. We'll see what continues after in this fallout. Okay, it does not matter what it is. Somebody will punish Will Smith. I really don't know what's happening here so far. Anyway, no, it's just continuing to be very a mess now, for real. So anyway, every trick of the book, everything happens for the reason. We just did not know. It is what it is. Let it go. It's over, but let's not get into it right now. Let this fucking go. Okay? Sorry about that. I'm just excuse my language, but anyway. Sorry about my language, but anyway. It's time for me to go. I had the best time on my YouTube channel. And wherever you can, please subscribe this video and please make this damn comment. That's what I had to say for now. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully you had a nice day. Till then, take care. Peace out. Love you.